Hey everybody, Tribe Nursing here. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm specifically covering ways you can pass your nursing exams. If you are new to my channel, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't. Also, never miss another one of my videos again. All you have to do is hit the bell at the bottom of the video. And with all that being said, let's get started. So prior to taking your nursing exam, you will have studied and mastered all of your content that your professor has given you. You would have made all of your note cards, all of your study sheets, or you would have written all of your content on the whiteboard. No matter what you do to study, you would have mastered your content before taking your nursing exam. If you want to know how I study specifically, I'll leave a link above here and it will direct you to one of my other videos that explains my study techniques. So feel free to click on that video. So the first tip that I can give you is being confident prior to coming to your nursing exams. This is important because if you aren't confident, you will be second guessing a lot of your answers. And if you second guess yourself, most likely you can possibly get that answer wrong on your exam. Some ways to be confident is mastering your content that the professor has given you, meaning you would have studied all types of ways to master that content. The more knowledgeable you are about that study area, the better you will perform on the exam. Therefore, your confidence is going to increase. So remember everybody, be confident before going into your nursing exams. It is such a deal breaker. Second tip I can give you is never change your answers. The only time I would recommend to change your answer is if you completely misread the question and it led you to choose an answer that had nothing to do with what the question was actually talking about. So keep that in mind. Never change your answer unless you misread the question. Typically, the first answer that you choose is most likely going to be the right answer because subconsciously you wouldn't have picked that answer for no reason. So keep that in mind while answering your questions on your nursing exams. Another tip that I can give you is meditating or learning some breathing techniques prior to coming into your nursing exams. The reason why I say to meditate or do some breathing techniques is to decrease your heart rate before going into those exams. Although people say that being a little nervous is okay because it keeps you on your toes, and no matter what, no matter how many breathing techniques you do before your exam, you're still gonna have that sense of nervousness before taking it. But by doing breathing techniques or possibly meditating before your exam, it helps stabilize your heart rate so your judgment isn't cloudy while picking the answers. When your judgment is cloudy, it causes you to pick the incorrect answer. Therefore, by doing breathing techniques or meditating, it helps decrease your heart rate and brings a sense of relief before taking your nursing exams. A popular technique that I like to use before taking my exam is called the box breathing technique. Box breathing is a powerful yet very easy technique to learn, and as a matter of fact, it is actually taught to men and women within the armed forces to help decrease their anxiety and stabilize their heart rate as they go into battle. And that's the way I like to think about our nursing exams. We are going into battle against these exams. So the best way to stabilize our anxiety is to do some breathing techniques. So why don't we do a breathing technique together? It's called the box breathing technique. This technique I use prior into coming to every single exam. So it goes like this. Step 1, close your eyes, breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and then breathe out for 4 seconds. Let's do it one more time. This time I'm going to add an illustration to help you with the box breathing technique. So here we go. Ready? Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3. There you go. It's that simple. So practice that breathing technique prior to coming to your exams. It really does help stabilize your heart rate and you feel a lot more calm going into that exam. Okay, so now you are about to start your nursing exam. You're walking into the test room. You've done all your meditation and your breathing techniques. You've done all your studying prior. You feel confident. Now, how are you going to take that nursing exam? You open up the exam and you read your first question. The first thing that comes into my mind is, what is the question primarily asking of? After you figured out what the question is asking about, think about the answer in your head without looking at the answer choices. After you've figured out your answer within your head, finally look at the choices that is given to you and see if the answer that you thought of matches one of the multiple choice questions. If that's the case, yes, that is the answer. So let's say if you thought about the question and it wasn't within the multiple choice question, what do I do next? No worries, I got you. This is what I do. I try to do process of elimination. Process of elimination allows me to cancel out approximately 2 questions at least. I prefer to try to cancel out 2 questions so it gives me that 50-50 shot of me answering that question correctly. So I ask myself, which one of these answer choices are for sure not the answer? So I cancel it out. Now I have 3 remaining. I look at the other answer choice. Is it correct? I don't think so. Let's cancel that one out. Now we have 2 questions remaining. Now, keep in mind that nursing exams typically give you same types of answers, but the question is, which answer is the best answer? The reason why nursing school gives us questions like these where you have similar answers is because they are trying to train us for the real world. In the real world setting, there's never going to be one answer and there's never going to be one way to do something. So the question is, what is the most efficient way to help this patient? That's how they want you to think. That is the game they want you to play. So keep that in mind while taking your nursing exams. There are some questions that I like to keep for the end. For example, in my school, and possibly your school and program, they may require you to answer math questions within your nursing exam. So typically I have 5 math questions that is associated with my nursing exam. So what I like to do personally, I like to leave those questions for the end. I like to answer the major questions within the exam first, make sure I answered all those questions correctly. And then when I have 15 to 20 minutes remaining, I knock out all the math. Let's say I do have some extra time. What I like to do personally is review my exam. I don't review my exam to change my answers. I review my exam to make sure I read the question correctly. Here's the thing, everybody tests differently. I think it's more efficient for me to review my exam at the end when I have some time remaining. Although I do answer the question at the best of my ability, and after my anxiety decreased significantly, I'm like, okay, I finished this exam, it's over with. Let me just review it and just see if I missed anything that was important in those questions. I try not to review my exam more than once, because once you review your exam 3 times, if you have enough time to do all that, it can possibly cause you to second guess yourself. So I just like to review my exam once, make sure I read the questions correctly, and then I submit that exam. The morning prior to coming into your exam, make sure you eat a healthy breakfast. Although you do not want to eat too much because it will make you to feel groggy and tired. Therefore, make sure you eat enough, especially a nutritious breakfast. You want to eat something that has a little bit of salt in it. The reason I say salt is because neurons work way better when there's salt involved, and it's able to send messages through each neurotransmitter. So it allows you to think properly while eating a little bit of salt. You don't have to go crazy with the salt, but keep it in mind, just a little bit of salt does go a long way. Last but not least, I want to mention something that's really important and barely spoken about as far as going into your nursing exams. My tip to you is to stay away from negative energy. You want to go into the exam with a very positive mindset. Try to stay away from the negativity, stay in your zone, and you're going to do amazing on that nursing exam. So that is the end of the video. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to send it to your classmates. And with all that being said, thank you for watching, and Tribe Nursing signing out.